A meaningful conversation can change your life. Welcome to A Latte with Laz, where we sit down for a relaxed, honest, and encouraging conversation over coffee. Together, we explore the things that matter most: God, family, health, business, culture, self-development, and more. All through the lens of faith, growth, and practical wisdom. Each episode invites you to slow down, take a sip, and lean into conversations that help us live more intentionally and walk in purpose. This is A Latte with Laz, where every sip is a step towards purpose. Hey everyone, welcome to A Latte with Laz. I am so very grateful that you're here today sharing this cup and this conversation with me. Hey, in my family, we do not believe in coincidences, but we do believe in God incidences. And I know if you're listening today, it's because there's something wonderful in store for you. Today, I'd like to share a little bit about me with you, but I want you to know this episode isn't really about me. It's about why we're here, you and I, because I truly believe a meaningful conversation can change your life. When I first felt led to start this podcast, I asked myself, why now? Why me? And the answer was quite simple but deep. The world is loud and life can get a little chaotic. And I think we all just need a little space to slow down, take a sip, to breathe, and to talk about the things that actually matter. Life isn't built in the big moments. It's built in the small, intentional ones. And that's what this space is about. See, whether we realize it or not, we're all growing, changing, and being influenced every single day. We're shaped by what we watch, by what we listen to, by who we spend time with, and by what we believe about ourselves. We're either conforming to the patterns of this world or transforming by the renewing of our minds. The former just happens. The latter is intentional. The question is, are we conforming to society, to culture, to trends, or are we allowing God to transform us into the people He designed us to be? Transformation doesn't happen by accident. It happens when we intentionally choose the things, the people, and the habits we engage with. When we stop chasing the noise and start pursuing meaning. And that's the heartbeat of this podcast. A Latte with Laz is about learning to see life through a lens of faith and practical wisdom, and letting that transformation touch every area of who we are. We'll talk about God, family, health, and business. We'll talk about culture, self-development, and so much more. This podcast isn't about me. It's a podcast for us, for anyone trying to live with intention, for anyone wanting to build something that lasts and live with purpose. We'll lean into these topics one conversation at a time. Life, in many ways, it's like a sailboat. We jump in, expecting blue skies and smooth sailings, but sometimes the winds of life take a hold of our sails and we drift. A bad choice, neglect, a missed opportunity, they can all slowly pull us in a direction we never intended to go. Other times, we do everything right. School, career, marriage, kids, house, and years later, we look around and think, it's not a bad life, it's just not the one I thought it would be. If you're younger and just starting out, heed the warning. This is what happens when we let the winds of life guide us instead of choosing to sail with intention. Life was never meant to be lived on autopilot. It was meant to be lived intentionally and on purpose, because you and I were created with meaning. If you're a little further along and wondering, what if the winds of life have already taken a hold of my sails? Stay tuned. We're going to talk about how to adjust your sails one episode at a time. Behind this microphone isn't a man who has it all figured out. It's a man who's made mistakes, learned hard lessons, and experienced God's grace in a way that changed everything. There was a moment in my life when everything shifted. My faith, my priorities, my perspective. I'll share more of that story in future episodes. But I want you to know today, God is not just the God of the mountain. He is also the God of the valley. And sometimes the valley is where He does His best work. A Latte with Laz exists because of that truth. This podcast is an invitation to slow down, to reflect, and to live with intention. And in the very next episode, I won't be sitting behind this mic alone. I'll be joined by the woman who knows me better than anyone, my wife. Together, we'll talk honestly about marriage, faith, life, and the journey God has us on. The conversations that happen behind closed doors who shape who we're becoming. So pour another cup, slow down, and come back next week. We are just getting started. If you'd like to stay connected, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. I'm Laz, and this is A Latte with Laz, where every sip is a step towards purpose.